Did you just pay a collection and you thought by paying it, it was going to automatically come off your report? The good news is it's paid. You don't got to worry about it. The bad news is it's still going to negatively affect your credit score for the next 7 years unless you do these three things. Now, I know you're frustrated because I was just like you. I thought by paying my collection like years ago when I first started, before I knew anything about credit, before I knew anything about, fixing, disputing, anything about credit repair, I thought by just paying the collection, it was automatically gonna come off my report. But it's still gonna negatively impact your credit score. And the only time it really falls off your report is unless you do a pay for delete, or some companies usually, hey, if you pay it, they automatically remove it from your report. Not every collection company is the same. In order to remove this collection without waiting 5 to 7 years for it to fall off your report, what you want to do first, step one, is get access to your secret report. I call it secret credit report, but you want to get access to your credit report, a tri-merge credit report. Here's why. When you get access to your tri-merge credit report, the link's going to be in the description, and you can get one for, or you can see the report for just $1. Now, once you get access to the secret credit report, what you're going to see is discrepancies. Experience TransUnion Equifax, according to 15 USC 1681 EB, experience TransUnion Equifax has to assure maximum possible accuracy. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just here to show you your rights, all right? 15 USC 1681 EB, 15 USC 1681 I5, 15 USC 1681 S-2, 15 USC 1681 CC. These specific laws is going to allow you to remove this account from your report without waiting about 5 to 7 years, depending on their date last active, date last reporting, things like that. Now, once you get access to your report, what you want to do is go to that specific collection that you paid off. And what you're going to see is a whole bunch of discrepancies. You're going to see the inaccuracies of it being reported on Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. So what you're going to see is date open is going to be, not the same. Date of last payment is most likely going to not be the same. Date last active is not going to be the same. Other things on that specific account is going to be not the same, and you can leverage that to help you get the account removed from your report. All right, and if you want to learn how to do this step by step, I'm showing you like how to do everything to get it removed from your report. Hey, click the link in the description, click the link in the comments. I have a free group, the credit circle, that's go over everything, and it shows you and walks you through the process of how to remove not just a collection, a charge off, a bankruptcy, eviction, student loans, like anything that's holding your credit score back. We just break down on how to do it step by step, and it's all for free, right? So now once you get access to your report and you see the discrepancies, now the next thing you want to do is, of course, create your letter, right? You want to send off your first letter. Once you send off your first letter and you see the discrepancies, all you're doing is creating a letter based off of the discrepancies. So here's an example. You have your first name, last name, of course, address, and then who you send this letter to. Are you sending it to Experian, or you sending it to TransUnion, or you sending it to Equifax? So they're TransUnion, right? I looked over my report. I noticed there are some discrepancies with this specific account. Put the account name and account number. And then from there, once you have the account name and account number, you say, hey, once I looked over this report, I noticed that the open date last active, date of last payment, other things that are wrong with this report is in violation of 15 USC 1681 EB, right? Delete this account immediately for this specific violation. And then you list that collection. And if you have any other accounts on your report that's hurt your credit score, you'll also want to list that as well. And then once you have all that listed, then from there, what you want to do is add 3 forms of identification with your letters: driver's license, proof of residency, social security card, or driver's license, proof of residency, passport. Just add a third one, because when you send a letter to Experian, when you send a letter to TransUnion, when you send a letter to Equifax, guess what happens, right? Sometimes they will say that, hey, you sound like a credit repair company. We need more identification. We need all this extra stuff. And then you just wasted time, right? Sometimes 15 days, 30 days, right? You just wasted a whole bunch of time. You didn't waste it, they're wasting your time. So in order to avoid all that, what you want to do is just add 3 forms of identification, and then you want to certify your letter. You want to send it certified to Experian, certified to TransUnion, certified to Equifax. And you don't have to do it with return receipt. It's up to you. Now, once that happens, right, they have 35 days to investigate, right? No, 30 days to investigate, 5 days to mail it back to you. All right. So in total, 35 days from the time they received the letter. So make sure you mark that on your calendar. Now, what's going to happen in between time is they're going to conduct an investigation. And what's going to happen is they're going to mail you back a packet. And in that packet, some of them accounts are going to be verified, and that's okay. And some of them are going to get removed. When they say verify, what they're trying to do is stop you from disputing again, right? Stop you from saying, hey, this account's verified. Don't ever dispute again. But that's okay, because what you're not disputing is the ownership of the account. You're disputing the inaccuracies within the account. So according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, in this specific law, 15 U.S.C. 1681 I-5, because you pinpointed the discrepancies and you tell them to investigate the discrepancies, right? They're supposed to modify the open date. They're supposed to either modify or update it. They're supposed to do the same thing for date last active, date of last payment. All the discrepancies, they're supposed to modify and update these things because you pinpointed out. And what they didn't do most of the time is modify and update these things. So this is what gives you leverage to get the account removed from your report. All right. So based off of that specific law, they didn't do none of that. So now what you want to do is create your next round of letters, right? So this will be step 3, which will be escalating using 15 USC 1681 I6, and I think I7, I6 within those two different things. And then from there, you'll create your letter. Now, the next set of letters is going to be based off these specific letters, right? Now your next set of letters is going to be based off of these specific laws. Research 15 USC 1681 I6, 15 USC 1681 I7, right? Research those specific laws, because in those specific laws, it's going to help you create your next round of letters, because what you're going to do is ask for them to provide you the description of how they verify those accounts, right? And they got to provide it to you within 15 days. Now, another way to escalate is by leveraging the CFPB, also the Attorney General's office. Also, you can talk to a consumer lawyer, right? There are multiple ways you can escalate all these things, right? Now, if you need help, if you need assistance, like I said before, you could join the Credit Circle. It's free. Basically, it's going to break down things step by step on how to do everything.